Hey guys, it's VS here again, and welcome to my Hardhat edition of the Moabin Around the World series that I run each Sunday. As you can see, this week is Hardhat, and I'm using the UMP.45, which this is my second UMP.45 Moab. And yeah, it's not that bad of a gun. It had a buff not too long ago, and that definitely made it better. Not as overpowered as the Modern Warfare 2 UMP.45, but it's not bad nonetheless. So, you know, if you don't want to seem bad using the MP7 or 2 tryhard or whatever, then I definitely give the UMP a go. My personal preference on the UMP is that it's a submachine gun I'd prefer to use over like any other one. I guess the PM9 is my favorite to run around with, but the UMP is definitely a good one that it's fun to run around with, especially after specialist bonus and you have like your silencer and you know, your rapid fire and stuff, and then you get the specialist bonus and you get kick and stuff, and just is a really solid gun all around after that. I cut out a little spot right there because I was just kind of chilling in one corner for a second because I knew somebody was around that corner, and I was kind of waiting to see if he'd come around, and he ended up but like 30 seconds later, so that's why I cut that spot out. Anyway, onto the map. This map's not that bad. It's kind of like a big square, you know. It's like kind of obvious if you played the map, but you know, the points are about evenly apart on domination, so you don't have to have too much worry there. My favorite spots to be is over by the A flag and the C flag. C is my favorite. If they're spawning at the C side, then that's definitely where I love to run around at. It's got more cover, and I just feel like I can run around it better. Yeah, that about covers it for the map, though. But what I'd like to talk about mainly on this commentary is just my favorite playlist, or not play styles, but favorite play types, I guess. You know, the favorite game modes. And my first is a tie between Search and Destroy and Domination. Domination I like because it's probably, you know, just because everybody likes it, the same reason as that, because it's easy to get your high kill games, and it's easier to tell where people are going to spawn, and you know, it's like, it's just a really fun play style anyway, even if you're not going for a good game, because, I don't know, it's just a lot of fun. But the main purpose for me to play Domination is to get the high kills and Moabs and all that stuff. But I think that's about the same way as it is with every commentator that posts Moabs. You're going to see it be Domination mostly. I try and play other game styles, such as when I when I don't want to do Domination, I usually play Drop Zone is one of my favorite just to do for fun, and I'll get on that later. But when I want to go for a good high kill game, Sabotage can usually bring me that. The only thing I don't like about that is like the the respawn delay. So that's kind of a put down for me. That's why I don't really like hardcore TDM. But I don't know why it's got to be in there. But whatever, you know. Ground War. You know, if you can get into a good lobby on that, then sure, Ground War all the way. But you know, good lobbies aren't that easy to find. Excuse me. And you know, so I usually just stick to Domination. I try Ground War maybe once every night, if that. You know, just to see if I can find a good lobby. But usually it's not. And when I do Ground War, I run to a TDM game, which is definitely not what I like to play on, especially Ground War. You know, kill confirm's alright, Domination's definitely ideal. But yeah, so other than that, if I'm not really going for a Moab or anything, Search and Destroy is definitely my favorite thing to play. Although it's gone in a bad state lately with all the Recon and SitRep Pro users. It just kind of ruins it for me because it's just a lot harder to run around. Everybody's shooting around corners before you come around it, and spamming their concussion and flash grenades to try and get that recon tag. Then they just rush in there and kill you because they can see where you're at, but you can't really tell where they are unless they're tagged as well, and it's not usually how it works out because you're still flashed or concussed or whatever. But otherwise, if you can get a good game without people doing real try-hard stuff like that, then it's a lot of fun because it's I think, to me, it's one of the more elitist game styles. It always has been since Modern Warfare 2. I loved it back then, but I usually played more hardcore Search and Destroy in there. But as you know, with the noob tubage on Modern Warfare 2, it wasn't that wasn't that good. Even on Modern Warfare 3's Hardcore Search and Destroy, I see a lot of explosive abuse. And I'm not even talking about flashing concussion grenades. I'm just talking RPGs and SMAWs and even the occasional noob tube, which those I don't see those too often except for like the semi-auto noob tube gun, I guess. I don't know. Under the barrel noob tubes definitely aren't that common to me. I mean, I see them sometimes. Hardcore Search and Destroy is about the only time I ever see those. But anyway, in Hardcore Search and Destroy, it's a lot more fun. It's a lot harder, I think. I think, to me, it's the hardest game style. Because, you have the hardcore element, then you have the 1 life per round element, and if it's just a lot of fun for me to have something like that difficult on this game. But it's not so much difficult anymore as it is just bullcrap because of all this stuff on it. But with hardcore Search and Destroy, you don't have to worry about the Recon Pro users as much. It's more just Sitrep Pro. But even then, it can get annoying because I don't know. You don't really have anything to help you out unless you're using Sitrep Pro, and then everybody's crouch walking the whole game, and it just I don't know. You can't rush around like you used to be able to before Sitrep Pro. Even Dead Silence is kind of void now because of all the Sitrep Pro users, and I guess I tried doing a few knife-only rounds, or a few knife-only like Search and Destroy games not long ago, and it didn't go too bad actually. I went like 2 games right in a row where I was like 6-0 I think in the first 2 or 3 rounds just using knives. It was a lot of fun, but then a Sitrep Pro user joined the lobby and it kind of messed it up because you can't rush around or anything, which is something I tend to do when I'm using knives only. And unless you can pick them off early with like a throwing knife or something like that, it just ruins it. For fun, my favorite playlist for fun is Drop Zone, I think, because you can just do whatever you want on it basically and not really have to worry about people hunting you down, because for whatever reason Drop Zone is a game where a lot of people go for the objectives, probably because of all the care packages in the middle of the Drop Zone. I sometimes go for like the care packages, but I just like kind of run right in the middle of the Drop Zone and going crazy with a shotgun or something like that. It's just a lot of fun. You can just goof around. You can throw smoke grenades on the Drop Zone. That's how I've been trying to get my smoke grenade challenge. The 50 kills in the smoke grenade. And I don't know quite how that works. I don't know if it's you have to be in the smoke grenade, or they have to be in the smoke, or if you both have to be in the smoke, or what. But I only am at like 11, and I know I've killed a lot more people in the smoke, and I know I've killed more people while I was sitting in the smoke more. So I don't know what's up with that. I never really have, but I'm still trying to get it. I got the emblem a long time ago, but then I stupidly prestiged before I finished it out, so I was set all the way back to 0. And since I am not really planning on prestiging for quite a while in this prestige, I've been trying to go for it just for fun when I'm doing Drop Zone, just for kicks and stuff. Since they added one in the chamber, which I think they sadly took that out because I haven't seen it lately. I think they took it out of the free-for-all playlist or whatever, But I'll have to finish that commentary later on a different video because, as you just seen, I got the M.O.A.B. This guy's spraying at me. He's like, congratulates me after. It was really cool. And yeah, that covers it for this game. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you didn't, dislike. And I am out.